Yeah.
The members of our London to Casablanca team live in different places, so we each prepare ourselves individually for our journey ahead, but still take the time to meet up and practice riding together, and practice helping each other out when things don't go quite to plan.
Never go riding with me again.
Very wet, very wet. Be careful.
Easy job.
We also discussed with Anwar on how to raise more funds for UNICEF's Pakistan Flood Children's Appeal, the charity we are supporting, and will be leaving these blue pyramid boxes in various places to collect more donations for Pakistani children in need. Today I'm meeting up with Seb and two of his friends who have already travelled with their motorcycles to Morocco, and listening to their stories and advice was excellent to prepare for any eventualities on our journey.
And far from spoiling the surprise of things we will be seeing when we do our own trip, their experiences and film give us valuable tips on what to look out for so that we miss out on as little as possible when we do our own journey there.
While preferences of motorcycles for a trip, destinations, riding styles and off-road terrain may vary, getting together with riders of different off-roading tastes also enhances skills and increases experience. Speaking of tastes, I prefer the more flat and sandy byways.
And some of the scenery is quite dramatic. These are all ancient roads. And imagine the people who walked through here such a long time ago, maybe thousands of years ago. And now we're riding our motorcycles. Carefully, of course, hopefully. And if done responsibly, trail riding is a fantastic way of getting close to Mother Nature.
Sandy, rocky, byways littered with puddles. England has it all.
And it's muddy byways like this one which make trail riding in England so very special.
Riding through deep puddles is also one of my favourite activities, and over the years my Yamaha XC660 was just the tool for the job. But sometimes the councils feel the need to resurface tracks and fill up the puddles.
There's no more splashing through mud for me here. What a disaster. But luckily for me there are some byways that the ramblers will never use, and so certain puddles will remain.
The next morning we get up early to get the most out of the shorter January days.
He's here to see us off. Jockey. Like as if you're dressed for disaster.
Disaster for this morning, maybe. Maybe at least one of them. One of us going to be muddy and dirty. All of us. The hardest bit is to put your boots on. When it's on, it's on.
What's wrong with it?
No, trying to get it back on.
Your sprocket's okay?
Cool.
Well, it looks like you know what you're doing.
And it's the early morning challenges which provide an exciting start to the day.
Hey, almost.
Today we're off to do some trail riding in the Hindhead and Dorking area. Most of our trip to Casablanca will be en route, but testing our skills and abilities during practice time will give us confidence to deal with troubles we may face on the journey. Choice of motorcycle and kit will of course affect riding performance, and while Seb and his friends have light motorcycles that do not carry so much luggage and therefore weight like mine, and have knobbly tires for difficult terrain, I have more dual-purpose road-orientated tires, so tackling challenging byways comes easier to them.
Some of the byways in the Hindhead area are really tough, so the others have shut off and they're doing their own thing, and I'm just waiting here because my bike is too heavy for them, going steep up hills and down hills. Then also I'm not as confident yet. Well, maybe practice in the future, but not at the moment. There's just no chance I'm gonna get up this byway with my bike. And look at it. Craters and rocks everywhere. I mean, the camera doesn't show what it's actually like in reality, but I'm telling you, it's tough. That's what it's maybe going to be like on our trip to Casablanca. Mark is going to be on his phaser, so while Jamal and I do a bit of off-roading, he can watch, so I know what he'll feel like now. Any good?
Yeah, good.
Was it tough?
You can go on your 600, no problem.
I don't think I have the confidence. I have my limitations.
Everybody's got a limitation.
And I'm happy to admit them.
Absolutely. When you go down the hill, first stand up on your peg, arm straight, and lean the back. So when you go downhill, okay, you don't want to lean on the front of your wheel, because obviously if you start braking, you can go up, okay? When you go uphill, lean nicely forward in front of your bike, really forward, standing up. When you go downhill, nicely at the back. I'll just show you slightly.
How was it? Tough?
Good. Good. A bit stuck.
Got stuck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But of course chickening out is not an option for me, so I decide to follow them to the best of my abilities.
Nice rocky track, but I've dropped it already. And again, really feeling the pressure now. And I've dropped it again, but this time large branches are to blame. The wheel is stuck in the mud, so I put these branches here which will act as sort of like a bridge. In the end we get by just removing the offending object. Oh, fuck, that is getting it. Oh. Not again. Side stand first, and then carefully lift it up like this. There you go. Easy job.
So how many times have you dropped the bike today?
Huh?
How many times have you dropped your bike today?
7-8 times, I think.
Okay, and we just it's just 11 in the morning, so.
Well, practice makes perfect. No?
They say that off-roading also makes you a better road rider, so we should all be better than our one-time riding instructors after today. We then arrived at a byway with deep sand.
And the scenery here is absolutely fantastic.
Either this or the coming year will see me semi-retiring my XD and converting it into just off-road use and putting knobbly tires on it to increase the off-road performance.
And I dropped it again. Oh, this is quite tough.
Seb is also very generous to let others try out his high-performance off-road machine.
How fast does it go?
0 to 60 is 3 seconds.
Wow, that's amazing.
So on the sand, really lay back. Sit, so you're on your heels. There you go. If it's starting wobbling over there, at the front, a little bit more gas. Touch in. And solid.
What's it like?
Small and fast.
Is that a balance exercise?
Yeah.
And while some may prefer a faster pace of riding, I prefer to take it slower and really get stuck into some deep puddles.
Well, at least we seem to have found oil. Another good day's work training, got the bike nice and dirty.
The others have shut off home, and I decide to make the most of my newly gained experiences and confidence levels to practice some more off-road terrain riding, although on tracks how I prefer them, flat, wet and muddy. can't resist the temptation of deep puddles. And although I face initial difficulties while passing through this one, I go for another attempt and get stuck. Maybe I have become just a bit too confident after being with Seb and his friends. I do become worried about water entering my engine, but the number of times I had to pick up my bike today, however, made me an expert in using manpower to manually free my motorcycle from a difficult situation. And after repositioning it out of the obstacle in the puddle, I managed to get my XT free.
Tell you what, Yamaha, best brand in the world, works every time, it's amazing. Yamaha, 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 Yamaha. The panniers absolutely covered, all covered in mud. Right, I think that's my trial riding done for today. Pushed myself to the limits, ridden with the best, ridden with the experts, ridden with the absolute fantastic people who've already been to Morocco, and we shared some experiences and they told me some things about things to look out for on the way and gave me some advice. Thank you very much.
The amount of mud on my motorcycle is a testimony to how challenging the day was and confirms my trust in my Yamaha to do the trip to Casablanca effortlessly.
Back home, and what's the damage? Let's inspect.
A broken toenail, the things to do for training for a charity ride.
So there you have it. Riding with others with different off-roading preferences and skills improves overall performance while riding, increases confidence and teaches techniques for getting out of trouble when facing obstacles during a journey. Anyone can do it, provided one trains hard and allows for time to collect experiences. And of course, having patient friends and co-riders and teachers like Seb also helps immensely.